back to Shiloh Smith Farms. We're here today introducing you to the newest member of Shiloh Smith Farms, probably going to be the hardest working member, we hope, to the farm. If you've been with the channel very long, you know that we're a first generation. We're going to be cattle, dairy goats, free range eggs from our chickens, and we've been trying to do things we knew the exact hard way, using weed eaters and riding lawnmowers, and so we kind of had a pivot in our plans. Instead of growing off some beef this summer, we decided to invest in a tractor, and so today we're going to introduce you to the John Deere 5500 tractor with a front end loader. This is of course you can see it's a used tractor, used but in very good condition. Low hours for a 1988, 89 model. This is a 85 engine horsepower tractor, 73 PTO horsepower. I can pick up anything I need to pick up with this front end loader. I don't have to worry about round bales that I'll be feeding this winter to the cows. This tractor will handle everything that we need and then some. It's actually more tractor than I needed, but I got a really good deal from a friend, and such a good deal that when I went to look at the tractor, even though it was running, it was pulling, it was doing everything it was supposed to do, he let me know that the clutch was weak. And so I bought the tractor, he loaded it, carried it to the John Deere dealer. We put a new clutch in it. We had the hydraulics looked at and serviced. Everything's top notch on this old tractor. And you know, if I had the top sponsors that would bring me tractors and say, try this thing out for a year, let us know. But we don't. We're funding everything from our own pocket, first generation. So if you'll just stay with us throughout this journey, you will see us grow. We told you that at the beginning. Should have eggs laying here in the next 3 or 4 weeks. Looking forward to that from the last group of spring chickens. That's an interesting word and phrase, but they were our spring chickens. And now here we are in Alabama. It's about 110 degrees every day, and those chickens are getting bigger, and they're about ready to start laying eggs for us. And so we're excited about that. We're excited to get this extra acreage. If you know anything about us, you know we were sitting on about 20 acres. We bought an extra roughly 5 acres that I'm turning into what I call the upper pasture. And you know, this tractor is going to help us with that. John Deere 5500. I'll show you some of the implements that we've got along with the front end loader. We actually got a set of turning discs that you will see later in this video. Got a 2-row bottom plow that you'll also see used in the video. I've already been using, I don't think we have any footage of this yet, but I've already been using this 6-foot woods cutter brush hog. This is a brush cutter, often referred to as a bush hog, but this is a Woods brand brush cutter. I've got to do some work on it. The sheet metal's a little thin, and so I'm going to get it reinforced and hopefully have it in the next couple of weeks back up working on our property, trying to get more property fenced in. In this video, you will see Robert. He'll be on the tractor. We're hooking up the 2-row bottom plow and the disking up a little garden area that you'll be seeing further in future videos. But the way things are going in our economy with our government, I would encourage you, start growing something. Buy you a couple, if you've got just a little room and it's not illegal where you are, get you some chickens and start raising some eggs. If you've ever considered doing it, now's the time to do it. Don't wait. This is not going to get better. If you have access, if you can't grow things, but you have access to a local farmer, start buying your produce, start buying your beef from a local farmer. Find somebody. Don't worry. Don't be scared. Knowing where your food comes from is more important than seeing some sticker that the government says that this has been inspected and approved. When we were milking our dairy goats, it would have been illegal for me to sell you a quart of milk from my dairy goats unless I removed everything healthy from it. And then the government says, have at it. Do you realize today 85% of the beef in the United States is processed by 4 companies? They are controlling your food. That's the reason that you've seen all the Facebook posts, the social media posts about formula shortages. 3 companies produce all the formula in the United States. And so if one of them has a worker shortage, if one of them has a fire, has some disaster, you've cut by 33% the access to formula. It's time that we quit depending on everybody else. They're not protecting you. Don't think that for a minute. Right now, you could comment on this post, and in August, I can sell you a quarter of a beef, a quarter of a cow at the processor. You go pick it up. I could sell you a half of a cow at the processor, 3/4 of a cow, or the whole cow. In August, you can buy that from me. But what you can't do in August is buy one steak from me, because the government says it's too dangerous for me to sell you a steak, but it's not too dangerous for me to sell you a quarter or a half, 3/4, or a whole cow. It's not your protection they're after. It's the monopoly of the big corporation. We cannot let this country turn into nothing but commercial farmers. It can't happen. And the only one that can stop that is you, the consumer. So either start raising things or start buying. And I'm not trying to sell you anything. Don't take this wrong. I'm telling you this. The reason that I'm growing crops this year, I'm not a farmer. I want to raise animals. I love livestock. But I'm raising tomatoes and okra and peas and cucumbers and squash because I want to be self-sufficient. I do not want my families being able to eat to be dependent upon the government and their backroom deals with other countries' governments. So take some initiative. Go out to a local farmer's market. Go out to a local produce stand. Make a relationship with a local farmer and you start buying direct from them and cut all of this bureaucracy out of the picture, okay? And I don't mean to get on a soapbox, but we've got to do something in this nation to get back. You need to start farming before you have to, not because you have to. So I pray for you and your family that you will make decisions based on information and not misinformation. I pray that you will weather this storm. I'm not an alarmist. I can't be alarmed because I have all of my faith placed in Jesus Christ. So I'm not worried about anything. I don't have a spirit of fear, but I do have wisdom and discernment. Look around, see what's happening. As gasoline approaches $6 and $7 a gallon and diesel approaches 9 and 10, it's going to affect everything that you do. Take control. Decide right now to be a victor and not a victim as we go through this, and we'll come out on the other side. I want you to like the videos, share the videos, comment on the videos. That helps tremendously with the algorithms of YouTube. So comment to us, like the video, share the video. If you're not a subscriber, hit that bell for your notifications. Subscribe to our channel. Stay with us throughout this journey. Again, we're starting from nothing, from bare land, and you'll get to see it take shape, I hope, according to God's will. Thank you, and God bless.